Union Home Ministry's order that had come in allowing the movement of stranded people. This is specifically stranded migrant workers, stranded tourists and stranded students that have remained stranded across the country in the midst of the lockdown. After about 36 days of the lockdown, the government finally given an instruction in providing them relief. So this is the relief that they would be allowed to travel back to their hometown, but only by road using buses. And in specifications that would come in from each given state government on how to go about this. The Union Ministry though says that those who are travelling and given the go-ahead to be using the buses via road will first be screened. If they are asymptomatic, only then they should be given permission to further move back to their hometown. Let's get in further details. Our correspondent Alok is getting us those inputs here. Alok, there's more clarity. Of course, screening is to happen. Those who are asymptomatic would be allowed to travel. But we're presuming that this would be relatively shorter distances because, of course, there is going to be no flights or trains operational for this service. It's only going to be by road using buses.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, all the governments, all the state governments have to coordinate with each other before the movement of these migrant workers and laborers. And specifically, MHA orders has said that you have to appoint that nodal officers, that all these states have to appoint the nodal agencies, nodal officers. These nodal agencies will work with each other and coordinate with each other. That basic point, there are many points are written in the MHA's order, and all the state governments have to, in fact, follow those directions, that order as well. That include that social distancing will be maintained while the movement of these migrant workers, laborers, and students. This is one of the points that they have mentioned. That buses, that the buses in which these migrant workers, laborers, or those persons who are stranded will move, they have to be sanitized. This is very important point. Before dropping them, before picking them, they have to. These buses would be sanitized. And remember, there is no mention of any trains is written in the order that was issued yesterday. So these are the three important points. And the fourth important point is that the quarantinization of all these persons. Thousands and lakhs of persons are stranded in various states, and when they will come back, they have to be quarantined for 14 days. So all these instructions that state governments have to follow, we hope that all these things will happen without any kiosk.
Alok, stay on with us because this is, of course, largely taking into account what the general order is from the central government. But have state governments 24 hours now after this order that has come in today? Are we getting in any specifics from the state governments on how they're going to go about this?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, many governments have, in fact, many state governments have, in fact, welcomed the decision of the central government. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal has just a few seconds before he has tweeted that now he is doing the process. He has started making the process of bringing back the students. Those who are stranded in Kota, Rajasthan. Remember, thousands of students, around 2,000 students are stranded in Kota, Rajasthan, who are the native of Delhi. In the same way, Uttar Pradesh government is also, in fact, appointing the nodal officers. Remember, when they did the movement of the migrant workers who were stranded in Haryana, around 12,000 were stranded. They had said that they have already appointed nodal officers, and this is the direction of the central government as well, that all the state governments have to appoint the nodal officers. So state governments are welcoming the decision. They are in the process of appointing the nodal officers. In fact, one of the important states, that Karnataka, has also said that they have started doing the process of bringing these students or the migrant workers who are staying in other states. So definitely all these states will have to follow the orders of the social distancing, of the lockdown. But as of now, the states have not yet come out with the exact plan. We hope that in the coming days, in the coming hours, they will come out with the exact plan that how they are doing it. But we hope that it will all happen in coming days and without any kiosk.
All right, stay on with us, Alok. We're getting in further breaking inputs. We've had the Delhi Chief Minister now sending out a tweet on this. Let's in fact take a look at this tweet. Delhi government is making arrangements to soon bring back Delhi students back home from Kota. Remember, students, which is in the coaching town of Kota, which is in Rajasthan, students from across the country. This is students from Bihar, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi included, have remained stranded. Many states have already sent in buses. Madhya Pradesh is yet to do that. Rajasthan has done part of it. Delhi government's confirmation now coming in with this tweet from the Chief Minister that it is making these arrangements to bring back these stranded students. This is coming in as a confirmation. Of course, we're going to be taking a look at how this is done about. Remember, all the arrangements that have been specified by the central government in screening the students before they are brought back. Only those who are asymptomatic would be allowed to leave. And of course would only be using the route of the road via buses. So these understandably would be buses provided by the respective state governments here to make this journey possible and to help stranded students remained anguished for the past 36 days here. Finally, some word of relief for them. More breaking inputs coming in. This is with respect to ongoing investigations of the Nizamuddin meet that had taken place. And the Markaz chief, remember, he's the prime accused in this case because the allegation that he faces that he went ahead with this meet despite measures that were put in by the Delhi government. Remember, this was a meet that happened much before the national lockdown, but the Delhi government by itself had already banned mass gatherings when this meet took place. Delhi police also was caught napping when this meeting took place, but this is the prime accused of that case that we're talking about. Markaz chief Maulana Saad, once again the Delhi police crime branch, which is investigating this case, has sent a notice to Maulana Saad. Remember, he's been in quarantine for 14 days. He's been unavailable for one-on-one interrogation. He sent out points that were asked by the police. We have with us our correspondent Alok getting us those inputs here. Alok, exactly when would the Markaz chief make himself available? Because if you look at the number of days, it's been much beyond 14 days of self-quarantine now.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, this is very necessary for the crime branch to know about his health status. Remember, thousands of persons who are staying in the Markaz, many of them have in fact found out to be corona positive, and there was the possibility that Markaz chief with Maulana Saad, he might have also been affected with the coronavirus. But what as of now, what we got to know from the Markaz chief Maulana Saad's lawyers and their authorities, that Markaz chief report has comes as a negative as of now, but it is very important for the crime branch to know the documental proof whether the report has come out as a negative or not. They also want the report from the government as well, government hospital as well. And in fact, in the notice, they have asked whether you have tested the corona test from the government hospital or the private hospital. So definitely it is very interesting. Fourth notice is that Delhi police wants to know about the health status, whether Markaz chief is corona positive or whether he is corona negative. So definitely it is the notice that is sent by the Delhi police crime branch. We hope that they will give them the reply. But earlier there were 3 notices were sent by the crime branch, but the answers were all the answers were not at all satisfactory. And because he is on the quarantine, so police cannot go and do one-to-one interview. So as of now, once his report, if he sends the report that he is a negative, then police will call him for a personal interaction. But as of now, he is with his relatives, what we are getting to know. But we hope that he will reply as soon as possible.
That's right. This has been a long pending interrogation here that needs to take place now. Alok, thank you for getting us those inputs. Further breaking details of Karnataka. A state cabinet meeting that has already taken place in Karnataka, where it has been said that the government has now decided to allow this interstate movement. This is keeping in mind of what the Union Home Ministry had said. Interstate movement, this especially of stranded students and stranded migrant workers. But transport charges for the same will be borne by those traveling. Okay, so this is going to be tricky affair as far as migrant workers and affordability of these tickets for them is concerned. Students will be asked to pay as well transport charges, which is not something that is now going to be covered by the state governments. They will be providing these buses. They would be screening those traveling. If asymptomatic, only then they will be allowed to travel. But this is a journey of buying your own ticket while you're being headed and sent back home. State government has made it very clear on this, adding that it will allow inter-district movement for once. All movements will only happen as per the MHA order. Our correspondent Neha is getting us further details here on this. Neha, this is going to be slightly difficult because if we've seen what has happened in the past, in many of those migrant workers that were headed back to Uttar Pradesh from Delhi in that massive gathering that we'd seen at the Anand Vihar Delhi bus station, they were being overcharged for this journey. So how is the state government to control this if it makes it very clear that these are tickets to be paid by the students, by the workers?
Well, Seher, of course, remember that the state government has said that it would allow free travel of people from Karnataka to other states and also, of course, the opposite of people coming into the state. But all of these costs will have to be borne by the people, by the travelers themselves. This could also mean the lowest strata of society that we're looking at. This could be laborers, migrant workers, the urban poor as well, who are looking to travel, will have to bear their costs on their own. But also at the same time, the government has ensured and they've said that if at all someone does approach them with, the request for arrangement of transport, then they would arrange it at a nominal price and ensure that the amount is actually collected from the traveller themselves. Now, remember that this already comes at a time when the Karnataka government, when the exchequer is already burdened with a lot of expenses, during this crisis. So we'll really have to wait and see as to what the government does to ensure that these travellers are not exploited.
Okay. Yes, that's important. Many thanks, Neha, for getting us those inputs.